Okay, so today we are going to divide monomials. So last week we added, subtracted, and multiplied monomials. If you remember when we were multiplying monomials, all we did, as long as the bases were the same, all we did is is add the exponents. So in this case, when we're dividing, as long as your base is the same, so right here my base is x, my base is x. As long as my base is the same, my answer will be whatever my base is. And then I subtract the numerator exponent by the denominator exponent. Okay? So let's do some examples. Look at number 1. So on number 1, I have the base of both my numerator and my denominator is 12. So my base in my answer is going to be 12. And then all I have to do is subtract my exponents. So 7 minus 5 is 2. So I can leave it 12 to the second power, or I know that that's 144. Okay, look at number 9. My base is 9 in both, so I'm going to have 9 as my base. 3 minus 5 is negative 2. Now remember, we were not allowed to have a negative exponent, so we changed it to a fraction. We put 1 on top, and then we put 9 to the second power on bottom. We changed that to a positive. Okay, let's do number 5. So I have 8 to the 6 over 8 to the 6. And that your base would stay 8. 6 minus 6 is 0. Anything to the 0 power is 1. Okay? Look at number 7. So x to the 10th divided by x to the second. Your base is going to stay x. And then you just subtract 10 minus 2. And you get x to the 8th. Look at number 10. So this one has two different variables, so I need to work with both of them. So if I look at just this first part, I have m to the third divided by m to the second. So I'm going to have m. And then I just subtract my exponents. 3 minus 2 is 1. Then I look at the second part. I have n to the 6th divided by n to the second. So I have n as one of my variables, and then I subtract my exponents. 6 minus 2 is 4. So we know that we wouldn't really need to put m to the first, so our answer could just be m n to the fourth. Okay? Let's look at some with coefficients. So look at number 13. So this has some coefficients. This has some like regular numbers. So those behave just like regular numbers. So I'm gonna divide the regular numbers first. So 24 divided by 8 is going to be 3. Then I deal with the variables and the exponents. I have c to the 10th divided by c to the third, so that's going to be c to the 7th. All I did was just subtract 10 minus 3. Okay, let's look at number 15. No, let's do 14 first. So I'm going to deal with my numbers first. Negative 36 divided by 4 is going to be negative 9. Then I look at my variables with my exponents. I have k to the 6th divided by k to the 4th. So I'm going to have k. I subtract 6 minus 4 to the second. Look at number 15. 10 divided by 2 is 5. And then if I look at let's do that in a different color. Then if I look at my variables and my exponents, I have x to the third divided by x to the fourth. So that's going to be x. 3 minus 4 is negative 1. Okay, so we know we cannot have this x to the negative 1. Okay, so I've got to create a fraction. And This 5 gets to stay on top because it's fine. It doesn't have anything wrong with it, so it just stays on top of the fraction. But I've gotta move this x to the negative 1 to the bottom of the fraction, and it changes to a positive 1, or I can just leave it x. Okay? If you have any trouble, let me know. Email me. Um, you have a Google form that you should be doing after this, so see you later.